diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Brandon Jackson, who's a wide receiver out of Azusa Pacific. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Just hanging out. I'm on the East Coast. We're a few hours apart, but we're making it happen through the wonders of technology. So, hey, bro, can you maybe just give me some insight into your career? I mean, just sort of give me a brief summary, if you don't mind.
Brief summary. So I came in my freshman year and redshirted, had the opportunity to come in with a class of really talented guys and learn from a class that had a lot of talented guys in it itself. My second year, I was able to start. We were able to capture the conference championship, excuse me. So that was an exciting season for me personally as well. Had a pretty good rookie season, I would say. And then coming into that third season, my second season playing, I had a knee injury, and that kind of set me back. Rehab for 11 months, came back, played in my third season. What was actually going to be my third season, and had another pretty good year. Another couple good games that I could pick out of that year. Another conference championship, and last year kind of had a hiccup team wise, but personally I had a couple shining moments. Not my best season. Had to fight through some injuries, but I've had a good off season, and I'm ready to start up again.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of going back into what you had just said. I mean, this past season, it was all right. I mean, you did make first team all conference. Previously in 2018, you were second team all conference. So at the very least, you are getting some recognition. What do you believe is the best part of your game? What do you think is one of the best attributes that you bring to the table?
The best attribute I would say that I bring to the table is probably my physicality. I'm a guy that is not going out there to make friends. I'm going out there to put my hands on people and try to put them in the dirt. You know, it's a physical game, so I try to bring that to my game and bring it to the outside of the receiver position.
So I mean, you're pretty big dude. I mean, 6'4", 215 pounds. So I mean, yeah, you should be bringing some physicality, with that. So describe for me a little bit, like what kind of a wide receiver you are. Is there maybe like a guy in the league that you might like compare yourself to? I mean, chat with me about that just a little bit.
I would say I'm like a Mike Evans type receiver. Bigger body, can still run routes, still run past guys, but can go up there and get the ball over anyone, and can do a lot of things these smaller guys can't. You know, one thing I pride myself on is my physicality and my ability to make those circus catches. You know, so Mike Evans is probably a person I see myself. See myself modeling my game after, see a little similarities in our game.
And talk to me a little bit about this off season for you. I mean, obviously you guys, aren't playing this fall, which is unfortunate. Tell me maybe about like how you felt about receiving that news, whether or not COVID has played a role in this off season for you. Anything that you want to talk to me about with regard to this off season. Just talk to me about that.
Off season work, no, it didn't really affect it. I was still able to get my work. I had a barbell, some dumbbells, some plates. And at the beginning of when the COVID first hit, I had a little facility that I was still able to socially distance and get my work and all that good stuff. So it hasn't really affected me, man. I've still been able to get my work and still been able to get after it. Not too much like stuff with the rack, not a lot of back squats, so I've had to supplement that with a lot of like front squats and goblet squats, and different clean variations and stuff. So it's looked a little different, but the work quality has not dwindled. So I've been happy about that.
Gotcha. And I was just going to ask you, do you see yourself as a leader on the football field? I mean, and if so, what kind of a leader are you?
I definitely see myself as a leader. I'm definitely a guy that goes out there every Saturday and makes plays, you know. And when you're a guy that goes out there and does that, people look to you to make more of those plays, you know. And as a leader, I see myself as a guy that leads from the front. You know, I don't want to be out there bossing anybody around or telling anybody what to do. I want to be showing someone how to do something. You know, I want to be helping people. I want to be helping them do that thing that they're trying to achieve. You know, so I see myself as leading from the front.
Gotcha. Just going to ask you maybe to share one of those moments on the football field for you. I mean, what's maybe one of the most memorable plays, games, moments? Share with me maybe a highlight or two in your career so far.
So personally, for me, a play I remember, Northern Alabama 2018, it's a close game. They're transitioning into FCS, so into Division One, and it's a big game for us. You know, we're a D2 team, and we're trying to go out there and show that we can contend and beat those guys ultimately. You know, and so I think they're up by about 5 points. We get the ball back. We're about 75 yards away from our own end zone, or away from our end zone, and we're trying to go down there and score. We end up getting down in like a minute and 30 seconds. It's fourth down. We're on about the 10-yard line. I run a fade, and Tyrone Williams Jr., my quarterback, he hits me perfectly, and we end up taking the lead from there. Weston Carr, the guy who played across from me, he got the 2-point, and we took the lead. So that was a memorable play for me. Unfortunately, they were able to go down and get a late game field goal to seal the victory. So it was a great game by them, great victory by them. But it was a play personally for me that I thought I helped my team a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about like that game and what kind of like travel stuff you would have with that game, because you figure you're going all the way out there from the West Coast, 5-hour plane ride, you know, there and back. So it had to be challenging. So
yeah,
to say the least.
Yeah, anytime you're on a plane for 5 hours, it's not that good of a time. So
right. So tell us a little bit about like who you are like outside of football. What are you doing there at APU as a student? You know, what's your major? And anything else that you really want to share about yourself, any of your hobbies or interests in
life? So I'm a PR major. I switched my major about 2 years ago from business marketing. I thought PR kind of just fit with me a little bit more. But personally, career-wise, I don't see myself pursuing a PR career. Maybe something to do with PR. Like I like sports marketing and all that stuff is in my wheelhouse, obviously, and it's something I enjoy. So that would be a career I see as something that may happen for me. But outside of football, I've just had an opportunity this pandemic, I should say, to just focus on a lot of different career paths. You know, me and a couple of my friends have had the opportunity to start our own moving company, and this has given us the opportunity to really focus on that. You know, not having the requirements of a full season, and not having to go to class or be in person for classes has opened up a lot of good things for us.
Yeah, I mean, one thing's for certain, people are always going to be moving. So yeah, it's definitely a decent career to get into. I mean, obviously not going to make the millions that you would in the league, but definitely a decent job. Help keep you in shape too.
Yeah.
Just on a quick tangent, I definitely feel that the pain of doing that. It helped my mom move not too long ago. Picking up one of those like like sleeper sofas, man. Those things are heavy, man.
Yeah, you run into some heavy stuff for sure.
For real. Hey, one another question I have for you, like if you were able to go back in time a little bit, give some advice maybe to your younger self, 16, 17-year-old self. What sort of advice would you give him?
One thing I would tell myself is whatever university you have your eyes on, just make sure you do research into that university. See what the campus life is like, see what off-campus life is like, and most importantly, see what majors kind of fit what you want to do. Don't let what you hear people saying or your parents kind of sway you into what to do, because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's what you enjoy, it's what you're going to be spending your time doing. So one thing I would tell myself if I could go back, just kind of do more research, see what you want to do and see if this is something you want to pursue throughout your college career.
Gotcha. I mean, I definitely feel that your pain there a little bit. I had to do that myself, which really it is what it is. But obviously, the one thing that not a lot of guys know is that like during like the whole recruiting process. I mean, like depending on who offers you, I mean, you sometimes guys feel a little stuck, because if maybe one particular college or maybe a couple colleges are offering you, you're kind of stuck going to maybe one of those places, and you have to, try and work through it and try and figure out like, what you're going to be getting into, like when you get there. So yeah, I mean, just like you said, do your research a little bit, students. So, um, hey, typically during this time of the interview, I can just give guys the opportunity to give some shout outs to some people that have really helped them along the way. Talk for just a little bit just about some of the leaders and coaches in your life. Go.
I mean, obviously, there's too many to count. I've had a lot of people that have fed into my life and poured into me and made me the person I am today. My youth coaches, Dean Lytle is one that sticks out to me. My high school coach, Ryan Reynolds. My recruiter, Damon Gill, a person that helped me get to where I am today. My former head coach at APU, Victor Santa Cruz, who's currently the defensive coordinator at Hawaii. Rudy Carlton, a mentor, my offensive coordinator and my head coach right now, has been a guy that I can't thank enough for what he's done for me. A lot of my coaches here, have just Coach Beatty, Coach Danielson, who's a coach over at Boise State right now. Just a lot of these guys have just been a blessing to me for sure. My parents, obviously, my dad Marco, my mom Brandy, my stepdad Terrell, all my siblings have just been, I can't even explain what they've been to me. That's my whole life right there. But yeah, man, all my teammates, I just can't thank everyone enough for all, even the people that have been kind of negative in my life. They've showed me who I want to surround myself around and all that good stuff. And my girlfriend Jordan, she's a blessing to me. I can't say enough about her and all the help she does for me and how good she cares for me. So I'm surrounded by a lot of good people. So I'm just thankful, man.
Cool. I always ask guys this question, even though it's a little corny. Tell me your why. I mean, why do you play football?
It started out as something that I saw my dad do, and I saw everyone, kind of all my friends doing around me, and was like, you know what, like I think I could do this too. I want to try this out. And I'm gonna close this window real quick. And so it started off as that, as kind of seeing other people do it and kind of wanting to try it out. And then it's something I've done for over half my life, so it's just transformed into something that I just love to do. And I can't see myself doing anything else. And it's just when I go out there and play, it's just, that's when I feel like the most free, I feel like that's where I'm supposed to be. So I would say it's just something that I love to do, man.
Great. And very final thing for you, man, is Give me your pitch to a professional team. I mean, what would they be getting if they signed a guy like you? I mean, what would you bring as a teammate?
You're just getting a guy, I would say, that is just there to help. I'm gonna be there day in, day out, whether it's the weight room, the film room, the field. I'm gonna be there working as hard as I can, trying to make the guys around me better, trying to add positivity to it, and just trying to work, man. Whether that's making plays on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday, or that's helping the guys who are making the plays on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. I'm there trying to do my best, and I know there may be a time when I am that guy, but there also may not be a time. So I'm prepared. I'm prepared for both. I'm working for both. So I'm ready to work.
Gotcha. I mean, definitely a guy that I feel, might be a decent addition to a team's practice squad. I mean, one thing that you got that I know it sounds a little corny, but you can't teach size. I mean, you are 6'4", 215 pounds. I mean, that is a legit, size for an athlete, for a football player. And if you continue to go at it, if you continue to put in the work, like in the weight room and on the field and everything, I mean, sky's the limit, really. Um, so yeah, I mean, definitely. This here is Brandon Jackson from Azusa Pacific. Definitely big physical wide receiver that you guys need to check out. Thank you so much for your time, Brandon.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.